In this video, we take a look at the top 10 fantasy add-ons for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Starting this video strong, we have the Mystic Craft add-on. Now, when you load into the Mystic Craft add-on, you will immediately notice that it will completely revamp basically almost every single part of the game. So for starters, we have brand new custom biomes over here, which are honestly absolutely insane. I mean, take a look at this, guys. The trees are absolutely massive, and we do have a bunch of new mobs and stuff like that. So this will legit transform your world. It kind of feels like a mod pack, but anyways, guys, if we actually go over here, you will notice that we even do have hot air balloons just roaming around in random locations throughout the world, which is definitely pretty cool. So we got one structure over here, and yo, take a look at that custom cherry blossom biome. Like, the trees are made to be massive, and there's even like a little castle tower over there as well, which is honestly insane. But yeah, this one add-on completely changes the game. It is a massive game changer, and it's honestly like one of the coolest things ever. And we got a village right over here. We got one giant tree over there, which is pretty cool. But guys, in addition to all of the brand new like structures and stuff like that, we also do have a plethora of new mobs. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of them over here, starting off with the Phoenix. So when we spawn in the Phoenix, here's how it does look like. It does look pretty cool. It's like a flaming like bird or something like that. And next up is the Ocean Creeper. So let's go ahead and spawn him in here. That's how they look like. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. And next up we have a ghost. So we can actually spawn in a ghost. So it looks like they need to be in a dark area, but yo, they honestly look creepy, especially with their white eyes. And then next up, we got a skeleton archers. Let's go ahead and find some shade. Okay, let's go ahead and spawn them in here. That's how they do look like. And we also do get new mobs like grasshoppers, a behemoth over here, and a ashborn. So let's go ahead and put him in here. And even a alpha spider. Yo, these mobs are absolutely insane. So honestly, like, finding those mobs throughout your world is going to be like a challenge, and it's honestly going to be very fun. So if you want to spice up your Minecraft game and give yourself a challenge, then this is definitely the add-on to do so. Next up, we got the Fantasy Ores add-on. When you load into this add-on and then you go to the creative menu, you will notice that we will have a plethora of brand new ores that we can find naturally throughout the survival world. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the ores. So we got the topaz ore right over here. We got the spinal ore. We got a sapphire ore. We got a, I don't even know what these materials are called. I'm not a gemologist, but yeah, that's how they do look like. And what's really cool is that you guys can actually use all of these ores to craft brand new fantasy weapons. For example, we got the sapphire sword right over here, which looks insane. We got the onyx katana, which is like one of my favorite weapons out there, and we got this thing majiki right over here. So if we actually go ahead and take a look at the creative menu and we scroll down, you will also notice that we do have a bunch of new armor as well. We got new tools, new weapons, all that good stuff, and you can also see all of the different ores that this add-on does provide. So you know what, let's go ahead and try out the ruby armor. I'm honestly really curious to see how this does look like. Okay, so here's how the ruby armor looks like, and yo, this is honestly insane. So honestly, what I recommend you guys do is combine some of these add-ons together, because they could make for some pretty cool combinations, and then you guys can get these amazing like ores and armor. I mean, look at this, guys. We look like an absolute unit with this add-on. Next up, we have the official fantasy creatures add-on. Now this add-on will add a plethora of brand new mobs that you guys can find naturally in your survival world. So for this video, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in some of my personal favorite mobs, starting off with the Yeti. So whenever you do spawn in the Yeti, here's how he does look like. You can find him in the snowy biomes. He is an absolute menace to society. And then next up, we got a hippocampus. Wait, isn't that like a part of the brain? I have no idea, but here's how he does look like. That is pretty cool. And next up, we got a koi. So we got koi fish. Yo, that is honestly pretty cool. You can make it like a cool garden. And next up, we got Medusa. So let's go ahead and spawn Medusa, and here's how they look like with a bunch of snake heads and stuff like that. And then next up, we got a siren. So it's basically like a mermaid kind of. And let's go ahead and spawn in the Minotaur. I have no idea how to say that, but here's how they do look like. And once again, my favorite thing about this add-on is that you can find all of these mobs on your own in a survival world, so you don't even need to spawn them in creative mode. Next up, we got a Ningyo. Let's go ahead and spawn them in right over here. It's basically like another mermaid. And next up, we got a llama corn. I think that's how you say it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Here's how they do look like. And yo, they got like a little baby. Yo, that is so cute. And next up, we got a goblin as well. So here's how the goblins do look like. And if you guys are wondering, here is how the creative mode looks like. And here is all of the different mobs that we do have. So we do have some more items, for example, like a death worm over here. And we got a bunch of other items that you guys can go ahead and take a look at. We even get fairies as well. You know what? Let's go ahead and spawn in the fairy. So here's how the fairy does look like. And let's go ahead and try to spawn in the death worm. And yo, the goblins and the fairies are legit fighting each other. Yo, that is pretty cool. But let's go ahead and spawn in the death worm. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, yo, that is so like disturbing, but yeah, you know what, this is still a pretty good add-on. Next up, we got the Beyond's 3D weapons. When you load into this add-on, all you want to do is go ahead and go to the creative mode, and you will notice that we will have a bunch of new fantasy 3D weapons to the game, including this reinforced netherite sword. So let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. It is absolutely massive, taking up basically most of the screen. And next up, we got the circus cluster right over here, and we also do have another reinforced netherite sword and a warhammer as well. So let me show you guys the creative menu, and let me show you guys how many different weapons that we do have. So if you look over here, you'll notice that yep, we do have a bunch of different options, ranging from a gilded guitar to a magma hammer or shuriken, basic hammer, circus cluster, and basically a bunch of other cool stuff as well. We even get like crimson ore as well, and we got new totems of undyings as well, which is honestly pretty cool. So let's go ahead and spawn in some mobs, and let's see how much it does take to actually kill them. So we got a creeper over here, and if we actually use the reinforced netherite sword and we go ahead and hit him, okay, so it doesn't one-shot it, which is kind of surprising. Okay, yeah, it will two-shot it, so that is definitely pretty useful. And next up, we got the warhammer, which will instantly kill mobs such as chickens. Let's go ahead and see, will it instantly kill a pig? No, it will not. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, these items are honestly really cool, and they're all made to be 3D as well, which honestly just makes this add-on far more cooler. I mean, just look at those 3D models. Next up, we got the medieval furniture add-on. So when you go ahead and load into this add-on, and then you look in the creative menu, you will notice that we will get a bunch of new furniture that is made to be medieval style. I mean, look at this, guys. There's legit like hundreds of different options that you guys could pick from, and I'm pretty sure you guys could craft all of these items in survival as well, which is definitely another major plus. So let's go ahead and utilize some of these pieces of furniture. So let's go ahead and pick some of them out real quick. All right, so I got some items over here. So let's start off with the gold chandelier. So you guys could definitely utilize these items to customize your world, and honestly, this will fit way better if you have like a castle build. So yeah, we got this candles right over here, and next up we got like a mailbox. Yo, this is honestly pretty cool, and it actually does work. You can actually put stuff inside. And next up we got a drawer. So we got medieval theme like drawers over here that you can actually go ahead and put stuff inside. So these are not just for looks, they could actually be used for practical reasons. And next up we get an assortment of new bridges as well, including a cherry bridge. So you guys could definitely use this in your world. I'm trying to make like a little mini bridge right over here. Here's how it looks like. It's honestly absolutely insane, even though you might fall off the side, so that is definitely something to note. And next up we got flower shelves. So here's how the flower shelves do look like. They definitely look pretty cool. And we also get things like a stripped oak sign. So here's how they do look like. You guys could definitely put this around your world just to make things a bit more easier to traverse. Maybe something like that. That would honestly look pretty cool. And next up, we got a birch flower shelf right over here. And we got a stone soul brazier. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. But yeah, here's how they do look like. And possibly my favorite thing has to be the acacia barrel. Like, this just screams medieval to me, and it is like one of the coolest things ever. So yeah, you guys could use all of these different like furniture pieces to customize your world. In my opinion, it will look best if you have like a castle build or something like that. Next up, we got the Ava reworked add-on. When you load into this add-on and then go to the creative menu, you will notice that we will have a bunch of different mobs that we could actually play as. For example, we got a dwarf blacksmith, so let's go ahead and spawn him in here. And next up, we got a dragon slayer right over here, which is like a full-on boss, which is honestly pretty cool. So yeah, this add-on will add a bunch of like fantasy themed creatures and bosses to the game that will honestly provide a perfect challenge. And next up, we got an Addons, the dragon knight in flames. So here's how he does look like. And next up, we got a diamond. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but yeah, here's how they do look like. Some of the craziest mobs that I've ever seen. And next up, we got a death guard right over here, which is honestly pretty cool. And we got another knight, a dark elf. So here's how they do look like. And a cyclops right over here. And whoa, the cyclops is absolutely massive. That's how he looks like. And these mobs are legit beefing with each other, being menaces to society. And next up, we got like a copper version of the previous mob that we did see earlier. So if you go to the creative menu and then you look at all of the different mobs we have, there really is a lot that we could pick from right over here. I mean, if I were to estimate, there's probably like 50 different mobs that you guys could pick from. So there is honestly a lot of things that you guys could use. So for example, let's use the Executioner. He is like the biggest boss in this add-on. Here's how he does look like. He is legit beefing with everyone. He took that guy out with ease. And next up, we got like Queen Emerald right over here. So that's how Queen Emerald looks like. And we got an Armored Recruit. So here's how the Armored Recruit does look like. And basically, you can find all these mobs in your world naturally, and they will provide a perfect challenge. Next up, we got the Dark Age add-on. When you go ahead and load into this add-on and then you go to the creative menu, you will notice that we have an assortment of brand new creatures that we could utilize to make our game significantly harder. So let's go ahead and spawn in some of these mobs, including the duck right over here. So here's how the duck looks like. He's honestly absolutely adorable. I love the duck. And next up, we got an Elemental Knight right over here, and he has like double flaming swords right over here, which is pretty cool. And next up, we got the Unbound Elemental. So let's go ahead and see how this bad boy looks like. And oh my goodness, yo, this is honestly a little bit confusing, but you know what? He looks cool. And next up, we got the Outcast right over here. And next up, we have an Assassin. And oh my god, the Assassin legit just disappeared. I have no idea where he went. And yo, this guy is just beefing with everyone, being a menace to society. And next up, we got a Flygon Mystic. I think this is just an item. And then next up, we got a, oh my, did he just blow up? This guy literally just blew up. Oh my goodness, this guy's a menace, guys. So this would honestly make for like one of the funnest challenges ever. Next up, we got a Duck Abomination. So let's go ahead and spawn him in here. And oh my goodness, he is massive. And yeah, he is definitely an abomination. And oh, did they really animate like organs? Yo, that is honestly like the attention to detail is insane. And the next up, we got Sentinel over here, a gigantic like knight thingamajiggy. He's got his axe. He also has a shield as well. He is a menace to society. And oh my god, yo, he kind of looks cool though, I do have to admit. But yeah, this is another add-on that will provide a bunch of fantasy mobs that you guys could use in your survival world just to give yourselves that challenge. Next up, we get the Expansive Biomes add-on. When you load into the Expansive Biomes add-on, you will notice that it will completely revamp your Minecraft world. So here I am. I spawned in this like Badlands biome, and you will notice that this right over here will completely transform every single biome in Minecraft and just make things like a million times better. So like the attention to detail is insane. We get like these new brittle bushes everywhere, and if we go around here, you will notice that yep, they made the terrain absolutely insane. Look at this desert. There's like so many more cactuses, and if we actually go inside the desert, you will notice that we will get like this slight fog effect, which honestly just makes things realistic. And is this quicksand? I have no idea what that is. I think that might be like quicksand, so that is definitely pretty cool. Yeah, so they definitely do make all of these biomes far more realistic, and there's just a bunch of more details as well. So this is a perfect add-on if you're trying to add a little bit of spice to your world, you're trying to explore new things, you're tired of exploring the same old biomes and structures. And if we go over here, you'll notice that we will get a gigantic jungle biome over here. The trees are made to be way more bigger, and this here is like one of the coolest things ever. And what this add-on also does, it does add an assortment of different structures. So we get like a bunch of boulders here as well, a bunch of new plants. And if we go deep inside the jungle, you will notice that yet again, we will get a fog effect as well, which will just make things 100 times more realistic. We get like a bunch of like things growing on the side of here, tinder mushrooms, that's what they're called. And we got a bunch of like new exotic plants everywhere. And yeah, you know, I just love the attention to detail with this add-on. It will legit transform every single biome. And next up, we got the Savannah biome right over here. Yo, I love the way the Savannah biome looks like. It feels like the colors are made to be slightly different, so I could definitely appreciate that. And this add-on right over here is just perfect for any survival world. Next up, we got the Fantasy Weapons resource pack. Now this right over here is a little bit different because I did want to include at least one resource pack, because a lot of people have like trouble installing like behavior packs as well. So I did want to include just one resource pack just to make the process a little bit simpler, and so that you're still able to get like a fantasy look to your game. So what's really cool about this add-on is that it will transform the textures of your ordinary weapons such as the diamond sword, and it will make it look absolutely like, and it will just transform all of your weapons. It will give it like that fantasy look that I know a lot of you guys like. Take a look at our diamond sword right over here, and let's go ahead and try this out on some other items as well. So yeah, I mean, look at the diamond axe as well. It honestly does look pretty cool. So yeah, this here is a simple resource pack, but it will get the job done, and it will still give you that fantasy style look. On the number one spot, we have the Poggies Better on Bedrock add-on. Now this add-on adds basically everything you could ever want into a fantasy is the add-on. So if we actually go ahead and load into the world, you will notice that it will transform basically everything. So here we are in a jungle biome, and I mean, just look how sick this is. We get like a nice beautiful flowing river over here, and we get like a bunch of like cocoa beans as well. We got beehives everywhere, and we do have an assortment of new mobs as well. So this will transform basically every single aspect of the game. We got the jungle biome right over here, and we got some other biomes right over here. So yeah, this add-on legit makes the trees absolutely massive, and on top of that, we do have a bunch of new structures to explore as well. For example, we get like this type of like monument thingy-majiggy over here, which is definitely pretty cool. And if we look towards this village, you will notice that we have like a brand new temple design over here, which is like one of the coolest things ever. And we even do get like a palm tree as well. So like the attention to detail with this add-on is just impeccable. And if we go inside here, you'll notice that this is actually a boss, so you will need to fight him and stuff like that. So it will honestly present a really good challenge. We got like another structure over here. It seems to be like an abandoned like house or something. But if we go into the creative menu, you will notice that we will have a bunch of new items, a bunch of new mobs, armors, ores, all that good stuff. We got a bunch of new plants, a bunch of new swords, a bunch of new foods as well. And there's honestly so much. And it looks like we have like an infinity gauntlet. I know it's not called an infinity gauntlet, but it kind of does look like one. But you know what? Let's go ahead and put on the amethyst armor. So yeah, this add-on will actually make amethyst useful in the game. So yep, here's how we do look like. It does look bright purple, which I can definitely appreciate. Okay guys, and with just a little bit of flying around, I was able to find a bunch of new structures as well. For example, we got a ship right over here, so you guys can definitely go ahead, make your way there and loot it up. We got another ship not too far away, and like this add-on really does make a lot of effort to make exploration just more fun. We got like a clock tower over there, we got like a house over there. Like this add-on is just like perfect for exploring. Remember guys, if you want the downloads to any of these add-ons, they can be found in the link description down below and in the pinned comment. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you later, French fries.